Hello, and welcome to this week's episode of Between Carlines. We are your hosts, Christy, Christina, and Jenna, and we are three moms trying to do life in the short daylight hours between Carlines. On today's episode, we discuss Trader Joe's mystery packs, herpes, and bougie Christmas trees. So buckle up and enjoy the ride. Welcome back, everybody,
Hey,
to another episode. I guess even though we're recording this Thanksgiving Eve, last week was our Thanksgiving episode, so we don't have to talk about Thanksgiving at all. We'll just pretend like we're recording this after Thanksgiving.
We didn't do Thanksgiving. No celebrations here.
Just forgot I mentioned it.
so funny. I do have put it in reverses from last week.
Okay, go.
Okay. So my kids were actually around when I was editing the last episode, so I asked them the questions that Jenna asked us, and they did know Squanto. They knew about Squanto, but then they just started to get annoyed that I was asking them Thanksgiving-related questions, so it didn't...
Sounds appropriate. So well. Sounds about right.
Also, I had to do a real quick pie thing, because we talked about how everybody wanted pumpkin pie for my family Thanksgiving. But everybody ate strawberry rhubarb, and there was like one tiny piece of strawberry rhubarb left and over half of the pumpkin pie left. So I think that just speaks as to how strawberry rhubarb actually is victorious, even though in their mind they think they want pumpkin pie. They didn't really eat the pumpkin pie. So
it probably just looks better. Pumpkin pie just looks so plain, and I bet the rhubarb looked...
I got the supreme pumpkin pie from Village Inn, so...
You're picking up tomorrow?
No, I picked up today.
Oh, you did? Yeah, Grandpa went. Did you run into Grandpa when you picked up
your
pies?
No, but I looked for him. I surely did look. I was like, Grandpa, they were outside.
The pies were outside?
Had it all set up. You didn't have to go in. Yeah, they brought out the fridge thingies, like the freezer box things.
Nice. That's a nice
setup. You don't even have to go in. They had special parking. It said all pie pickup here. Did you get your mom's piece of pie?
I forgot.
Wasn't she getting the... You didn't get it for her? I think they might be open like for a minute in the morning. You can't do nothing.
I told them the two pies I got, and everyone seemed excited about it. So I'll let you know.
Forget the rest.
It's the only pie I want to try. Yeah. And then she was like, "You got the cranberry sauce, right?" I go, "Yeah, I got your..." She likes that fancy cranberry relish, like the cranberry orange relish. Publix makes it in the deli, and I was like, yes, I picked that up, so she'll be good.
Have you guys seen the whole thing about the butterball turkeys? Like that people are freaking out about? They apparently, this happened 20 years ago. There was a video that came out of people doing unsavory things in the butterball factory, like having sex in the factory. I haven't seen the video, but people are freaking out that their turkey has been exposed to this, and everybody's like, guys, it's from 20 years ago, but it like just got released or something. And I was like, guys, just eat your turkey.
Sounds like my Bass Pro adventure today.
I saw a post and it just said like, it was a picture of a bunch of butterball turkeys at the store, and it said like, this is why nobody's buying them. And it made no sense to me, but now I guess it must have been related to that.
But everybody's like, you're not, like, do your research, people, because they're like, ooh, this turkey's extra salty.
I wonder if that like recirculates every year or something. I want to get Steve on here because I want to tell him about come here. I want to tell you about this today. So we were put your earpod. Come in here so they can see your beautiful face. Yeah, get in nice and tight.
Don't make it awkward.
So we were at Hibachi tonight, and we had the whole table because we had a party of 9, but Steve was on the complete opposite end from me. So I was mouthing to him the story today that I texted you guys from Bass Pro. What happened when I was standing in the line for Santa. Did you understand what I was mouthing to you? Did you hear any of that?
No.
Oh, So there was a couple in front of me waiting for Santa with their baby, and the dad had to go to the bathroom real quick. So he comes back and he says to the wife, "You're never going to believe what just happened to me in the bathroom." And he's whispering, but I'm standing right there so I can overhear the entire thing. He was in there and there was a guy in the stall watching porn on his cell phone.
That's funny.
And the wife goes, "Was it an employee?" And he goes, "Well, it must have been. Who goes to Bass Pro to watch porn in the bathroom?"
Could you imagine?
And he said the music was playing in there. So at first he thought like, "Oh no," and he goes, but then the music stopped and I heard it for myself, like in 100%. That's what was happening in the stall.
Who goes to work to do that?
And who doesn't wear AirPods while they're doing it?
He has to go to work. Where else is he going to do it?
Like, put some headphones in if you're going to do that.
Yeah, that's the thing.
That's
definitely
the
can't
misstep.
afford headphones if he has a job.
Yeah, even if they're the old
But like
plug-in
they had
ones.
just opened at 10. We got there right. I don't know. That's real early in the morning.
That dad should have staked out the exit and given him the look when he came out,
Well, they were kind of looking. They're like, "Well, if we watch, we can see him come out." And I'm just standing there dying inside because I'm like, how do I not pretend that I did not just overhear this whole conversation? And I had no one with me because the kids were playing with the toys with my mom and aunts. And I was by myself and I was just dying. So I was texting you guys like, "Oh my gosh.
Did you see him come out or no?
How is this happening?" No, I couldn't see the bathrooms from where we were.
Okay.
Isn't that wild?
That's wild.
Steve doesn't seem shocked by it at all.
Yeah, he seems almost like it happens all the time.
I'm tired.
It seems like he does it.
Who among us hasn't watched porn at Bass Pro Shop stalls? Let them cast the first stone here.
But in a Bass Pro Shop ever?
For these things, we've brought Steven inside. Otherwise, no. What about me, says Bass Pro Shop?
Nothing.
Not a thing.
I don't need to hear to know what Jenna said.
Not a thing.
Have fun.
Bye.
Oh,
I thought we were going to
so
get a better
weird.
reaction. He's like, that's like a
Yeah, he
daily
didn't seem that
He's
surprised.
like, "I'm tired. Leave me alone." No, he was like,
Okay, the other thing for reverse is Jenna claimed that 80% of people prefer leftovers. And I just couldn't believe that
I saw
figure.
you put a poll.
I put a poll, I put a poll to see what percent prefers leftovers versus dinner on my informal poll. And with about 50 votes, it was almost 70% preferred Thanksgiving dinner to leftovers. So
Well, I'm going to write that website I found that on.
One made a good point, though, and they said, like, I would prefer leftovers because of the flavor melding or whatever, after. But I don't host, so I don't have leftovers. So that also could actually be a factor
I
in why
saw
some
that
people
comment.
prefer dinner.
I think that
It
would
made
be
sense.
for me because it's already all cooked. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a good comment. Shout out to whoever had that to say.
Thanks for helping me out.
Yeah. And that's all my reverse, but I did want to hear about the Taylor Swift silent disco that you gals went to.
Oh, I forgot.
Honestly,
Oh
it
my
feels like it was
gosh.
a long time ago.
And me and Sally were with Christina at the park on Monday and it just never came up. Thank goodness, because there's so much to tell.
Yes.
Is there really? Like, you're not being sarcastic?
No, I'm not being sarcastic.
Okay.
First of all, I still am unclear as to who was hosting this event. Was it like a Sparkman Wharf events committee that put it together?
I think it was
the
there's
DJ
a
kept
store.
saying something.
The DJ. But there, those people that were like, start from the beginning. We get there 5 minutes early. Nothing
They're
is
not
ready.
set up.
Nothing
They're
is
not
out.
ready to check anyone in.
What?
There's no signs. Like, we don't know where we're going.
They have some tables with tablecloths on them, and like people are trying to sit there because it's open to the public, And the girl has to keep shooing people away. Sorry, this is closed for a private event. You can't sit here. It wasn't blocked off very well for being a private event.
And it was like in the middle of the courtyard.
Okay.
Right in front of the stage. Right in front of the stage. It was a little area.
So basically anybody
could have
gone.
With some tchotchkes.
Yes.
Yeah, but people were trying to come up and kids were trying to come up and they had to keep telling them, sorry, this is a ticketed event.
Right.
Because they were getting out the headphones.
Right.
Like they didn't barricade it off. So it was kind of a weird setting to start with.
Yeah.
But so they also had like, you could pick out a patch and you could buy a hat or a shirt and they would put the patch on it. And that was a store that's in Sparkman's Wharf. So they kept like mentioning the store.
I didn't see anyone buy anything. Did you? Because they were selling like different Taylor Swift themed items also.
Yeah, like everything said 87 on it. Like I don't need to wear a shirt that says 87. Like we're good. But it was a weird, it was almost like an afterthought event. Like they sold tickets and they're like, oh shoot, we got to throw something together.
We got to throw something together. Like I think Jenna's birthday party was probably done better than that.
It was the same vibe. Exact same vibe. That's what it was.
Like they had two tables with tablecloths on them. One had temporary tattoos that they put out that when we got there, we're like, oh, let's put on a tattoo, or Cecilia wanted a tattoo. They had no water or anything to adhere the tattoos.
Oh, jeez.
By the end, they finally did. And then on the other table, they just threw out 2 things of beads to make friendship bracelets.
But no lights. And it was 8 o'clock at night.
It was so dark. There was no light.
So we were like this.
So everyone's using their cell phone light to try to see. So we each made a bracelet. I think Cecilia made 2. But then they also had some of the patches out on the table, which you would think like, oh, it's free. No, they were $8 a patch or something like that.
Were they really?
It was expensive. I'm like, they shouldn't have these out on the table with the other free stuff. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, because I looked at all the patches. I was like, if I find a cute one, I'll take it. Like, I'm not going to buy a, $4 trucker hat here and have them press a thing on.
Yeah.
But the
biggest issue of the night, and if I knew who even put on this event, I thought about writing an email because that's how bad I thought it was. The DJ was the worst DJ ever. Yeah. He hated Taylor Swift and made that apparent several times throughout the night. Yes.
He kept saying, I'm going to try to make it through these 2 hours with Taylor Swift.
Bear with me as I play 2 hours of Taylor Swift, came out of his mouth.
Oh,
and
wow.
we're all there like huge Swifties.
Yeah.
Then there were a couple boyfriends, shout out to the boyfriends that go. He was making fun of them the entire time for being
He kept saying, like, how did you get sucked into this? Like, how, like, all that.
Wow.
Taylor Swift's songs are great as is. You do not need to be remixing them in the way this man was remixing them.
He was remixing them?
He paired We Are Never Getting Back Together with We Will Rock You, Christina.
He literally typed in we. And these are the songs he
played. The answer is my one question. It wasn't all Taylor Swift songs.
It was, no.
Mostly. But not all.
Mostly. Okay. We Will Rock You was one of the ones that got thrown in there. And then random in the middle of the whole thing, Vanessa Carlton comes on. And we're like, what does this have to do with anything?
Nothing.
But he was mixing Taylor Swift songs into other Taylor Swift songs.
Okay.
And was having a very hard time doing so because you could hear him like start to mix and then realize it was not working the way he wanted it to.
Yeah.
And then he plays Cruel Summer, but doesn't play the bridge.
I knew that's where you were going to go with that.
Play the bridge to Cruel Summer. That was like third song in, and I'm like, right there. I was like,
we were ready to do the walk.
No idea what he's doing. No idea what he was doing.
Was there a second option?
He's playing some random.
No.
Everyone was on the same color the whole time.
He was like,
make sure
really a
everyone's on
silent
blue.
disco. Like, you just listened to whatever he was playing.
No
choices.
Yeah.
We were all listening to the same thing. There was no choice. Then he was playing some like good vault tracks here and there, and I'm like, all right, you know, she's got a pretty big catalog of famous
huge
songs.
Catalog, like, but huge.
You know, then he would. Then what time was it? Like 90 minutes in. Yeah. He started repeating songs faster. He like upped the tempo to songs he had already played.
But we won't catch on to that at all. Nobody will notice.
To the point, Christina, where after 2 repeats, everyone takes their headphones off and starts looking at each other. And we're all talking to random strangers like, you had one job. Like, why are you replaying songs that you already played with 30 minutes left? It was like he made a 90-minute playlist to a 2-hour event. No. And all he could do was up the tempo to make it sound different. But I'm sorry, I only want to listen to me once. Then we can move on from there.
Did anyone go talk to him? Did anyone heckle him back or anything like that?
One of the girls walked up to him and said, "Could you play this?" And I forget what response he had to her. We didn't go up there. We laughed, honestly. But after he played the 2 repeats, I'm like, all right, we can go. Like,
but he doesn't know enough to know that he was playing repeats.
Yeah,
I don't think he realized that he was repeating songs.
I mean, you're hosting a Taylor Swift event. Get a freaking DJ that at least knows Taylor Swift. I'm sure they exist out there.
And
like,
if you're hired for that,
popular.
Do your research. Like, how embarrassing for you, though. You know, do your research, dude.
And then every 5 minutes, he would promote himself. I'm DJ blah, blah, blah. Come up and scan my QR code. I mean, to the point where I'm texting. The only reason I know
DJ
Truth. I have a picture because I'm texting my good buddy, DJ Sparks, who I'm like, he Sparks. That. Yeah. He loved it. Wait, hold on. Let me get to my Sparks. Cause I'm like, this guy sucks. Okay, here. You guys are going to like this. Here. And I got a picture of him too.
I thought you were trying to be anonymous about him, but now you're throwing the picture out.
No, he was horrible and he needs to know. I said, I'm at this silent disco at Sparkman Wharf and this DJ sucks. And he goes, even in silence, you can still hear how awful he is. That's wild. And I said, it's a Taylor Swift event and he's remixing all of her songs that don't need to be remixed. Then he's making fun of all the guys here and Taylor. And he just writes, wow. I said he barely played Cruel Summer and didn't even play the bridge. And he goes, wow. And then I sent him a picture. That's DJ Truth.
There he is. Oh, it's got his name on his laptop and everything.
Yep. And he goes, oh my God, he looks like he's tired of life. And I said, he's very annoyed to be here. We paid $25 for this. And he goes, wow, I'm so grateful to God for our DJs. My guys are always thrilling and I never get negative feedback from anyone. There's a lot of people out there that just don't care about their job. And he interrupted every other song telling us to scan his QR code. And Sparks said, for what? What does he expect you to do with the code? And I said, hire him apparently. And I go, and then this is like, at that time, I go, now he's repeating songs. People are starting to get mad. And he just wrote back, wow.
He could have literally just played song after song and done nothing else. And it would have been better and fine.
Yeah. He could have just made a set list and done boom. And we would have had the time of our lives.
Yes.
Right.
100%. But like the really awkward part was that we were in this courtyard with all these people that are there for a night out at Sparkman's Wharf, have no idea what's happening. And we idiots are there with headphones on, singing at the top of our lungs, Taylor Swift. And none of us sound good. None of us. And they're from like us to like 10 feet away. They're sitting on the other side of these tables. And like when like a song comes on, we all start like going nuts. They're just staring at us. They're taking pictures. We were like,
yeah, they're laughing at us.
It was awkward.
Yeah.
We did it anyway, but it was awkward.
So the beginning was rough and the end was rough, but the middle, we had a good time. We had so much fun. We made our own fun. I mean, we got a standing ovation for our kick line.
We did the kick line.
Jenna started. We did the kick line from 22.
Jenna started?
Yeah.
Wow.
Jenna started kicking, and I was like, great idea, Jenna. So I got in next to Jenna. Sally got in. Cecilia got in. And the four of us kick lined the entire 22 song. Did. And at the end, everyone was clapping for us.
I'm just shocked because even when people purposely tried to pull you out to dance, Jenna, you're a hard no-go. But you started the kick line.
Listen,
the beginning of the night, she goes, well, I'm going to need a drink if I'm going to. She didn't need no drink. She was having just as much fun as I was.
Gave in. Just was like, let's go.
God bless Sally, because Sally doesn't even like Taylor Swift. I don't know why she wanted to come, but I think she had fun.
She had a good time.
She got herself a little sippy sip, and she was vibing. She was just vibing.
Yes.
Drinking on her little cocktail.
Yeah, she was. Some lemonade-y thing. Yeah.
I mean, it was still fun. And it
could have been better.
Right. Oh, 100%. Yeah. It could have been. It wouldn't have taken a lot either to make it better. They should have just maybe had someone that likes Taylor Swift plan the event. Or I don't know. Because Christina, I was comparing it to that thing we went to at what's it called? What? Janice Live. We went to that Taylor Swift night.
Janice Landing.
Yeah.
You know, we had that girl DJ.
Right. She was hyped up.
She just had her set list. It had the words for people that didn't know the lyrics that could sing along. A very different experience. But everyone, like Jenna and Sally, thought we were going to be the oldest ones there. We definitely weren't.
We weren't.
There weren't that many kids. There was maybe a handful of little kids, but
it was pretty late at night to bring your kids to, ended at like 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it was fun. Could have been better.
I was
send
sore
our
the
notes
next
to
day.
these people.
Yeah.
I was not.
I was sore. I was jumping. I did my drop to my knees for
I did see that video.
Look what you made me do. Me and Cecilia. Oh, we've been practicing for that moment.
I would not have been able to get up if I did that. I'd be just sitting. I'd still be sitting on the floor in Sparkman's Wharf waiting for somebody to come get me.
If you look at that video, the girl behind us is laughing at us so bad at it. Like she's embarrassed for us, but I don't even care. It was so much fun.
Maybe that video could go after the credits on this episode. Send it over.
Yeah. I'll send it to you. Or I got it. I'll send it. It was so good.
All right. Well, sounds like a blast.
I totally forgot that happened.
Me too. I went to Great Wolf Lodge. Went to the new one. It was fun.
Was it nice compared to the others?
Really nice. Yeah.
Because it's new.
We stop in the one in North Carolina by Charlotte, and it's like I feel like it might be the original Great Wolf Lodge. It needs updating so bad, but this one in Naples is so nice. It's just so loud because nobody goes there without children. So everybody has kids there, multiple kids. And it just is never quiet. Even during quiet hours, which are like 11 to 7, it's never quiet. And it's very overstimulating, like sensory wise. But the kids had a blast. Wyatt defeated the Magi, or became a master Magi, or I don't even know what it's called. He got a sweater out of it. That's what he got.
Oh, wow. That's cool. That's a surprise.
Yeah. Well, it's a prize that I had to buy, but a prize nonetheless. But like we went for 2 nights this time, and it felt a lot longer, but we got to do everything. Like usually we don't always get to do everything when we only go for 1 night, and Wyatt got to finish it, and Frankie got to Build-A-Bear. So Oh, it was good.
Did Wyatt go on the water slides?
No. Mm-mm.
Did Frankie?
Frankie did. Frankie.
Oh, good.
But he's still so small that like you can't send him up by himself. So like somebody has to go. And the last day, my mom flew out of Fort Myers and Joe went down to Miami. So they left at like 7 a.m. So it was just me and the boys. And so I had to go down the water slide multiple times. And that thing's fast. And I was like, ooh. And then you just like abruptly stop at the end. I'm sure like my butt was red. Like it was a whole thing. And Wyatt just loves the wave pool, and he loves the like logs that you climb, like the obstacle course things.
Mm-hmm.
But don't ask him to go on a slide. He's not doing it.
Aw.
He's so weird. But no, it was a good time. Everybody enjoyed it. But I was happy to leave when we were done on day 3.
What type of food do they have there? Do they have a food court?
They have a Dunkin' Donuts, and then they have like 2 restaurants.
Oh, they do.
But it's pricey. Like we had cheeseburgers and one, like Frankie had a pizza for dinner one night. It was like $109.
Oh my god!
So the next night we ordered Cracker Barrel and had it delivered. It was like half the price.
Nice.
Yeah, because you don't really leave, right?
Order food
once you're there.
No, that's the joy of it. You don't have to leave. Everything's there.
But you can just Uber Eats food in from somewhere else if you want. That's cool.
And like we packed sandwich meat and stuff for sandwiches during the day.
How did you all stay in one room? How did that work?
Yeah, so the rooms, there's all different kinds of rooms, but they have like dens. Like there are bunk beds in there. So the kids each have like a bunk bed. And then there's like a pull-out couch, and there's all different kinds of configurations.
Gotcha.
It's like it's sold out a lot of weekends because it's new, and there's like a cult following for Great Wolf Lodge. People are very invested, especially from up north, because it's more of an up north thing than down here. And so
can you get some sort of membership, or do they have anything like that like Disney does?
I don't think so, but like the more you go, you get like status.
Oh, okay.
So we've always booked him under my mom, so she has all the status. So we just have to go with Linda. But she loves it. She loves taking the kids. She just loves to watch them have fun. I'm like, all right.
That's fun. She can take them by herself next time.
Oh God, no, she would never. She would never. But yeah, so it was good. We got that out of our systems for a little while.
Oh, good.
Well, Jenna, while you were gone, I can't remember what episode we talked about you getting the fence and the cameras and stuff in your house. It might have been 2 weeks ago, right? Was it 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, so probably.
When I went to your house to drop off the crock pot I borrowed, well, first of all, I had Victor walk in your backyard with me and hold the door and stuff, and one of your dogs was like staring dead ass at me on the patio. But it wasn't barking, so I was like, okay, Victor, don't make eye contact with the dog, because I didn't want it to start barking and then all the dogs start going crazy, and so it never did bark, so I thought that was funny. But then when I was leaving and your neighbor came up to me and said his house got egged and he needed your video footage, I about died, because we were literally just joking on the last episode about how once their cars get broken into, they were going to want your video footage, and it didn't take longer than a minute for them to need your video footage. So
yeah.
And so we moved into an older neighborhood, and we are the young people here, and I guess they don't have cameras. Like I don't know. So
maybe they will now.
I was like, they're going to be so annoyed by us by like having all these cameras. And so I looked back on the video and I don't see anything. Like I see the neighbors coming home, but I don't see any egging. I'm going to make Joe watch it. Maybe he can watch it better than I can.
Who's egging houses these days?
Right?
And why? Like, what did these people do? What do they do for a living?
Kids.
Are they a teacher and the kids?
No, he's kind of older.
He's a retired sheriff.
Maybe it was just like kids randomly, on Thanksgiving break, and they were just like driving around.
Like it was random?
Well, there is like 2 houses away from him is a middle school PE teacher. I haven't met her yet, but
Well,
so like maybe it was
it
aimed at them. I don't
maybe
know.
they went to the wrong
Maybe
house.
someone got an F on their report card, and
Yeah, if you're failing PE, you got bigger problems than that. But I know, like, and I am not the social one in this household. Like, I made the fall crack for all the neighbors, and then I made Joe and Wyatt go pass it out because I don't want to talk to anybody. And so I got home yesterday by myself with the boys. So I've just been very quickly going in the house, so I don't have to talk to anybody about the video. And now Joe's home. I'm gonna send him outside, let him talk.
Oh yeah, I'm surprised he didn't come back.
That's how that works here. I know. I've seen, and I know they're there. Like I saw the wife outside. So
they were crawling all over the neighborhood when I was there. The wife was outside. Somebody was walking her dog, and she was like, "Our house got eggs last night." And then he popped around the corner and started talking to me. I mean, they were like really. They must have had just found out. I don't know if they wake up late because I think it was like maybe like 10:30 when I went by. I felt like they had just come out of their house and found it right when I got there, But
what do you do when your house gets egged? Do you clean it? How do you clean that?
Yeah.
You have to like wash it off.
You just let the rain wash it off eventually?
No, you got to clean it before the rain comes.
You got to wash
Once
it off.
it dries, I think it's a lot harder.
Yeah, yeah.
But
like eggs are expensive now, guys. Who's throwing who's wasting their eggs?
Their mom's gonna be mad when she goes to make breakfast.
Groceries are too expensive. Come on, people. You can't even toilet paper a house anymore without it costing you a fortune.
Like, I would see toilet papering over egging.
Yeah. But like, they don't have young kids. They have grandkids. Like, their grandchild is 17 and doesn't live there.
Maybe their grandkid did it. Maybe there was some family drama.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Thanksgiving week. Like, I saw him come to the door because we have a camera there. Yeah. But I was in the middle of the water park. I was gonna be able to talk to him through it. Nor would I.
Yeah.
You just left that for me.
Yeah.
You're like, Christina's in the backyard. She'll handle it.
You got there at the right time.
Yeah. The best part though, Christy, is I thought he was going to come to me and be like, "Hey, why are you coming out of her backyard? I know you're not this person." You know what I mean? Because I was creeping hard, And he didn't even ask me why I was there or who I was or anything. He was just like, "When's Jenna going to be here? Because my house got egged." I must have looked real trustworthy.
But like, no, it's so weird. And like, literally the night before, so we set the cameras and they're Ring cameras, and Joe had it going all the way out to the road, like the motion sensors. So everybody in this neighborhood walks their dog at all times. So it was going off every 5 minutes. It was telling me there was somebody at the garage. Somebody was at the garage. So I was like, you got to fix this. So we pulled it back so it doesn't include the sidewalk. It's just the driveway. Like no further. And then they must have known. And then they came in the middle of the night and egged it. Bummer.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So whoopsies. But I'll have to get the tea from Joe when he talks to the neighbors. Not me. I'm not going.
Yeah, fill us in next time.
I will. I'll give a report.
No.
I'm excited about junk in the trunk.
Are you?
Do you know
what this is?
Okay. Do you? Oh, yeah. Jenna knows.
Okay,
yeah. When I gave it to Christy, I was like, "Do you know what this is?" And she had no idea. So then I didn't know if you were going to know or not. I also I got myself
know what
one.
this is at all.
But I didn't blue painter's tape mine, so I can't show you my pack.
Oh, I didn't even notice you had like painter's tape.
Yeah, I covered it up. So let's tell the people what these are first of all, and Christy, because she still looks a little confused. Can you see mine, Christy?
They look like Trader Joe's bags.
Yeah, they're Trader Joe's bags.
Trader Joe's
in a mystery
bags.
pack. And it says, within this pack are 3 different reusable shopping bags that may come from different areas around the country, or specialty bags only available in this pack. Which bags did you get? It's a mystery. So I was really hoping we would all get different bags. So let's see, what bags did you guys get?
Yeah. I got Louisiana.
Oh, that's a cool one.
So I've seen on TikTok where they have parties and everybody gets a mystery thing and then they trade them. They do like a big...
Oh, that's fun.
I got
Delaware, which is where my Aunt Sue is from. So I'll show her
cute
tomorrow.
with the chicken.
I got Delaware
and
too.
the diamond on the other side. Yeah, a diamond.
Oh, that's cute.
Oh, so funny. And Philadelphia, where my other aunt is from.
Oh my
that's
gosh.
funny. And where they did the first Thanksgiving parade. What's that one, Jenna?
I told them about that.
Is that the Brooklyn Bridge?
Brooklyn.
Okay.
Yep. And then it just has.
Oh, the sides have fun things too on them.
Yeah, I love Trader Joe bags. They last forever.
Want to grab a hoagie?
Oh.
That's what my Philly one says on the side.
Oh, this is cute. So I got this farm one. I didn't know what it was from because it's just like planting trees as the bee's knees. But it's actually from Nebraska. It says on the side.
Oh, nice.
I got Maryland. It's a horse with a birdie, and then there's
cute
a crab. But on the side, there's a recipe for Maryland fried chicken and milk gravy.
Oh, wow.
Ooh. I didn't get a recipe.
This is a cute one. My last one is Minnesota. And it says on the side, it's not soda, it's pop, which is funny because I actually just played a game with my kids, this would be actually a good game to play, but I'm ruining it now, where I would tell them a word and then they would have to think of another word that was it. And one of them, I told them soda and pop was the answer. You know, it was like stuff like that where there's regional differences and things.
Yeah.
My last one's Chicago.
You got cool ones too.
That's fun.
And then it's got like.
So when you went to your Trader Joe's shopping, they had these there?
Journey.
Is that where you got them?
Yeah, they had a ton of them there. And you guys, it's only $3 for the mystery bag of 3. I thought that was a great deal.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's a good deal.
It is a really good deal.
It's such a good deal. I was like, I can't pass this up. And it's already a mystery.
So
it's
fun.
Literally made for junk in the trunk.
It's done.
Yeah. This was perfect.
I've seen them on TikTok and people like they
I've never
trade
in
them
my
all
life
around.
seen this.
And you know what happened? I forgot.
Like I had it for probably ever, and then I lost it in the fire
Forever.
So now I have new ones.
This is your replacement. When I had checked out actually before I saw them, and I didn't buy them, and I went with Lena, and I was like, Lena, I really want these. So then she like had to beg her because she had just finished checking out, but she begged her cashier to let us do it. And so she bought some too. And then I paid her back. But right as I was doing that whole thing, Christina walked past with her mom and one of her kids. Yeah, it was so random. And it was in South Tampa.
Did
so
you
it wasn't
say hi?
even. She said hi to me.
Yeah, she
and I was like, oh, hey. And then I could tell she was looking at Lena and she was like saying hi, but then she realized she has no idea who the hell Lena is. So then she just left. We didn't really have a conversation or anything, but it was just funny. So, yeah.
I love your blue painter's tape so that we didn't know what it was.
Yeah. Well, because I was like, if you don't know, then I thought, who's going to
give it away?
Yeah, because it says Trader Joe's
because
in
you
his
gave
face.
this to me in front of him, and he was like, "Mystery bag, what is it? What's inside? I want to know what's inside." Like the whole rest of the day. So now tomorrow when he wakes up, I'm going to be like, "Oh, here, it's shopping bags." He's not going to be impressed.
No,
it's like real adult.
That's how you know you're older.
Yeah,
that's
funny.
This was
like,
great
reusable
idea.
bags. They must sell so many of these mystery packs. But like,
you think?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
They but they don't make them just for mystery packs, right? Like these are normally in the store and you can buy them.
Well, some of them
just take
on
the
the bag
leftovers and make mystery packs.
It says that some may come from different areas, but some are specialty bags that are only available in this pack. But I feel like the ones that we got are probably all just from different areas because we each have a state or a city. You know,
but like there are people like some of the TikToks that I watched about it, people are like, I've never seen this bag anywhere. This must be new. And I was like, ooh, we have like a cult following.
really
of the Trader
love
Joe
it.
bags.
That's cool.
This Minnesota
I kind of
one.
want to start collecting them now.
I know, me too. I don't even like
This
Minnesota
is what you're going to collect
specifically, but this bag it's cool.
Well, they're very small.
They're
they're
good
flat.
size.
They're flat. They don't take up barely
They're flat.
any room. I've got boots on mine. Different type of boots.
Yeah, I like your crab boots. I think those are cool. The fisherman.
My Brooklyn one says, "Give me your tasty, your scrumptious, your muddled mint and lime, yearning to breathe free, the refuse of artificial preservatives. Your Trader Joe's store. Send these, the organic tempeh toss to me. I lift my plate beside the golden orange."
Wow.
That's cool.
Mine has this corn can on it.
All I'm saying. Oh, wait. I have a corn can.
Well, I was going to say,
I
I read
one that's the same.
Because I researched. Oh, yeah, it's probably on the. No, this isn't. Oh, yeah, you have Nebraska?
No, look.
Oh. Okay. So I read about
the
Maryland
one.
Because no, it's not. This is my my Nebraska one, right? No, this is my Minnesota one.
Yeah, this is my Maryland.
But I read about it because the
Maryland
corn can
one.
was on something else, and it just seemed like randomly there and didn't really make sense. And I think what I settled on was this was like their first product, and it's like become like an iconic image that they just put almost like an Easter egg. They put random places, kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Anyways,
I really want to make this fried chicken. It looks good.
Yeah, make it and let us know.
But when you eat the gravy, because that's the best part.
There's a trebuchet on the side of mine about the launch of pumpkin for Delaware.
Oh,
I have that. It's probably on the one we have the same of.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the one. Okay, we can move on. At least see how many times I can get Christy to say I have that.
This might be my favorite junk. Yeah, just keep showing the same thing. See if she catches it.
So funny.
She's tired too.
That was good.
That was
Yay.
good. I was so excited when I saw that on my back porch.
I can't believe you knew it. I should have known that you would know. Puppies?
Some of us.
Oh, do we want to do puppies? I have some new ones.
Oh,
Hold on.
I thought puppies was mandatory based on our last one.
But I've got 2 new ones this week, so I was going to give you
all right, well, don't let me change it.
Wait, so okay, puppies is option 1. Babysitter is option 2. Or herpes is option 3.
Oh, it's going to be herpes for me.
Yeah, I think we need herpes.
Okay, this is posted by Anonymous in a local mom group.
Oh, man.
In search of personal injury lawyer, Pinellas County. My soon-to-be ex-husband disclosed he has HSV-2 2 to 3 months after getting married, and I tested positive shortly after. I know for a fact I did not have it prior, and I have proof showing he knew he had it before we got together. Long story short.
Oof.
Can you sue for that, though? I'm very confused. I don't know the law. I wish we had a lawyer on here.
Yeah. I definitely don't know the answer
say
to
you're
that.
not married and you just hook up with someone on the street, like, you can't sue them if they have AIDS or whatever and didn't disclose it.
There was a whole thing where, like, somebody knew they had AIDS and they had unprotected sex and spread the disease. There's a whole thing about it. I don't know what the repercussions are.
You could
Is
sue
herpes
someone?
that level?
I think it's like, I don't know if herpes is that level.
Well, I was
I think it's a
Googling the
criminal
difference
act.
between herpes 1 and herpes 2. I don't
Are you
know.
gonna
Isn't
enlighten
that
us?
the risk you take when you... Well, no, I think herpes 1 is just mainly like the mouth.
The
you
oral,
get mouth,
okay.
oral,
yeah.
and the herpes 2 is the genital.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know.
Neither sounds like a good time.
I mean, it's not right. It's dirty to do that if you know you have it, and to not tell someone that. I mean, that's
and
bad.
you marry.
Yeah.
This sounds like something off of Love is Blind, but it's right here in our backyard.
That's icky.
Yeah, really.
So she's gonna sue she's going to sue her soon-to-be ex-husband. So I'm assuming she found this out and it's immediate divorce. That's like an immediate, I'm done.
If she can find a lawyer and take
what kind of compensation are we after?
I don't know how you prove anything either. Like,
well, if he went to the doctor, so
they would have
was
to
diagnosed
sue,
prior.
But they would have to get his medical records.
Apparently she has something.
I don't know.
I don't know, but that just seems.
But if you have herpes, do
me.
you just have sex with people that have herpes? Is that like, you know what I'm saying? Like if you have AIDS, you only have sex with people who have AIDS. Herpes is similar.
I don't know. Is it only spread like when you're having an outbreak?
You have it for life, right?
Yeah.
There's no cure.
But I thought it was only spreadable like when you are having a sore or like something.
But would you want to take that chance?
No, I think you can.
Right.
I don't know. No.
Even if that was the case, if someone told me they had it, I'd be out because I'd be like, well, what if you don't notice and they had it that time and then that's risky.
I don't know. It is.
Well, it's like cold sores. You can only get it if you touch an active one.
Yeah, like if you bump your cold sores together.
Yeah.
I guess the reverse of it would be if a girl says, oh, I'm on birth control and lies and isn't, and then gets knocked up on a one-night stand, like, could a guy sue her? Like, because now he's going to be financially responsible for this child?
I don't think so.
I don't know the laws.
They could legally sign their rights away on that, can't they? They could walk away from that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You can't walk away from your herpes diagnosis.
Ain't no walking away from that one.
That's a permanent fixture.
Nope. I'm going to send this to my friend who's a lawyer, and I'm going to have her tell me what she thinks.
What kind of lawyer is she?
And then for next episode.
Like patent law, and now she's answering questions about this? Like, what is she practicing?
I don't know. I know she does legal stuff. She'd be able to find the answer for me at least.
We need someone who does like family.
There's not a specialty in
family law of some sort. What kind of law would that be?
Talking about this on my podcast and need to know from a legal standpoint, can this lady really sue?
Need to know.
Yeah, she's in search of a personal injury lawyer.
I just don't know if that's it. I don't know.
Like, I feel for her. That sucks. She was lied to.
For sure.
But I don't.
Is it a suable offense? I guess we'll find out when your lawyer friend.
Like, does she go to Judge Judy for this?
Remind me for put it in reverse if she responds.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, Judge Judy.
Because what else are you doing the night before Thanksgiving other than answering odd legal questions about herpes?
Yeah.
She's trying to make her mashed potatoes, and now she's answering questions about herpes.
Works for a law firm. She's in law school, I think, but I don't think.
Oh,
but she'll be able to get us the answer.
She's like, Christy, I just make copies.
Someone, or she'll know. No, she does more than that. I think she's a paralegal or something. I know she does more than that.
We know like a lot of lawyers. We could probably, we'll fish it out.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
Well, Gina does foreclosure law. I don't think she would know.
She's not the one.
She's like, that's out of my scope.
She will, because I feel like I've asked her about other things before, and she's like, "Oh, I just do foreclosures."
Yeah.
But Jenna, since my aunts and mom have been here, they've asked me a million times how you're doing and what's going on with your house. So I said, clearly you're not up to date on the podcast because you would know the answers to all these questions you're asking.
Well, actually, I went by the old house today. They've like taken it down to the studs. That's all that's left inside the house.
Oh, really?
Like, we hired people to come in, and they just like shoveled everything out. They were taking doors out. Like, it's crazy. So we're just cruising along. I'm just pretending like that part of my life doesn't exist. That's Joe's department because I'm like,
yeah, out of sight, out of mind.
I don't know, but it's like sad because I pulled up today because like our insurance check got mailed to that house. I'm like, obviously we don't live there.
Oh,
like,
geez.
so I have to go there and like check it, and like some of my craft stuff is like just strewn across the front yard for where they've like just been dumping things, and I'm like, oh, that's my ribbon. Oh, that's that.
Aww, that's sad.
And then, you know,
that is a little sad.
Things like, I wonder where the turkey baster is because I don't have a turkey baster for tomorrow. It like an hour ago, and I was like, "What? We're gonna have to figure that out on our own."
Oh man,
that'll be Joe's smoking the turkey, so
that's funny.
He'll handle that.
We drove by on our way to our family photos, and I was like, "Oh, Steve, this is Jenna's house," because he'd never been to your house. I was like, "Oh, here it is," and he was all excited, and like you can't see anything from the main
from the
road.
front, it looks fine.
Yeah, and he goes, "Well, that was disappointing."
Yeah, it is. Just walk into the backyard, Steve. You'll see a little different.
I drove slow. I drove real slow as we were. I go, "There's the house."
Yeah. No, we had somebody come and they did something there, and they were like, "It looks." Oh no, it doesn't look fine. I was like, "No, it doesn't look fine." So, yeah, I don't really have an update on that house. I don't know. I don't know what we're doing there. Something is happening.
What are we test driving this week, Jenna?
We're going to test drive decorating your Christmas tree.
Oh.
I figure I'm just going to go hardcore into the holidays because everybody at this house is excited to decorate for Christmas.
Yeah.
Like, super excited. Mostly because people are going to actually see our outside decorations this year.
Oh, yeah. The old people are going to love it.
Yeah. They... Maybe.
No, I think
like we did get a new Christmas tree, and like we've always like bought a live tree, but they're so expensive now. It's like the price of a artificial tree that you can reuse multiple years, and there's like a shortage of trees, so you kind of feel like maybe you're hurting the environment by buying.
But they smell really good. They smell good.
They do.
And actually, has a real tree.
I did research this because I was worried about my environmental impact.
Yeah.
And an artificial tree is only better if you use it for like 10 years because it's made of plastic. So it's more environmentally friendly to use a live tree. That's my contribution to this. Carry on.
I'm gonna miss it. I did buy like a little diffuser thing that has like the oils that smell like a real tree, so good. I can at least
that's what we do.
That moment of it, because I do love that part. But so I turned to TikTok, and boy, are some of those decorating people very passionate, I guess we could call it. One thing that I read was that if you hang your ornament by the string, that is the tackiest thing that man has ever seen. So his recommendation is to loop the string on and then wrap the ornament around the branch so that you don't see that tacky string. And I was like,
oh, come on.
I don't know
what
really
string?
How it's supposed to. Right? You know, like you get like the fancy, like some ornaments come on strings. You've never gotten an ornament on a string? Yeah.
What do you hang on?
I'm trying to picture the metal clips? You put the string on. I have the little metal clips thing, the little hooks. Like I hook it into the ornament and hook it onto the.
Yeah.
I have the hooks.
Yeah.
Okay, I do have a few that have that string, yes. But what's he saying you do?
It's tacky if you can see the string. So you put it onto the branch and then you wrap it around the branch.
Oh, so it's not like hanging down from. Okay,
that's crazy. Don't let your ornaments hang anymore.
Can you imagine how long that would take to undo?
Right? Like, listen, we don't have time for that. They recommend to use floral wire or to use clear rubber bands, like for your hair, like use that so you don't see it. So everybody starts switching out your stuff now.
These are bougie tips for decorating.
I was listen, that's all. If you type in Christmas tree decorating on TikTok, it's very fancy. They would like you to now cluster your ornaments. Like, we don't just put one ornament up. You're supposed to hook like 3 or 4 together of different sizes and colors and make
Like the
little
balls.
clusters, yes, of ornaments. So get ready, Christina. You have to redo your tree now.
No, the kids fully decorated ours. It's a
Alrighty,
cluster
mine's up.
already.
I did mine the other day.
It's a different kind of cluster.
Christina sent us a picture. I almost sent a picture of my tree after Christina sent a picture of her tree and wanted to just say, like, we are two very completely different people.
I can imagine. Yeah. I could have told you before we even started this conversation.
100.
These were different trees. Yeah. I go right down the middle. I'll just be in the middle of both of y'all's trees.
Send a picture when you finish your tree.
But we do have the little pictures. We have the little nicely decorated tree in the front, but the family tree is decorated by the family. So
I put family ornaments on my tree, but I don't let my children choose where they go.
Yeah,
100 do it.
I got the kids their little trees. I know. We saw the picture.
Yeah. That's really nice of you.
They're so
what a good mom.
Yeah, no, that's nice for the kids, but it's not about the kids for me.
Nice, Christy. Another thing you can do if you have gaps in the tree, let's take it back to our tips here. You get tinsel, like garland tinsel, and you just cut little chunks of it and kind of shove it in there, and it fills in the gaps, but it looks festive-y. I've never done that because
that's
a
cute
like
idea,
a lot of work.
Though.
Yeah,
I have tinsel on mine.
Like I've draped it like garland, but not like filled in holes with it.
Yeah,
but Christy, you have like 1994 tinsel, right? Like the strands. Didn't you like resurrect that last year?
I saved them all. I saved it all from last year.
You like pulled it off,
reused it
piece by piece.
Isn't it like $2?
No, remember it was so expensive because it was very specific, the tinsel I was looking for.
Oh man.
I remember last year thinking this is outrageous because you can't really find it.
Right.
What,
it's old
what was
school.
So specific about it?
It's like it's not in a garland. It's individual pieces.
That's expensive? I would have thought that'd been real cheap.
It was
went
hard
out in
to
1994.
find. I had to order it from. Yeah.
Was it vintage on eBay?
I got a retro.
Found it?
I don't know.
The packaging's yellowed. So stuff your tree with some tinsel if you need it. If you use floral picks, which I've tried floral picks before and I just don't think I have the right for it. But they say don't just willy-nilly stick those in your tree because they'll fall out. So you have to like hook it and then wrap it around a branch and place it nicely.
No, I have a few in my tree right now, and you just stick them right in.
You just willy-nilly it? She said don't willy-nilly it.
They stay.
Maybe. And then the new thing is with your lights, like, so our tree is now pre-lit, which I'm very excited about because I feel like I never get my lights right. But they say you don't just wrap them around your tree. You go like in and out with it. Like you kind of like tuck them into your tree, but you don't wrap your tree. And it gives them more balanced.
Yeah.
So
that's how I always did it before.
What I took away from this is these people don't have children that are decorating these bougie trees. And they have a different budget for their tree than I do.
Seems like it.
So do your tree how you want to do your tree. But if you want to get fancy, and every video starts out with, if you would like your tree to look like it is from a magazine, this is what you do. But my tree will never look like it's from a magazine.
It was $15 last year.
$15
for this little little
crazy.
Thing.
Dang.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Like $15 isn't like expensive, but for this little thing of tinsel.
That used to be 99
cents. I swear the dollar store carries that. Yeah.
Well, let me know. And I'll get some for next year.
It's in recent years. Except for on your tree.
I got it off Amazon.
I ordered ribbon this year for my tree, which I just might make Christy come over and put up because
Does it have which kind of ribbon?
It's
Does it
wired.
have the wired? Yeah, you need the wired.
And you're going to be really surprised, guys, but it has nutcrackers on it.
Oh, that's going to be so cute. Are you doing colors?
I've gone down this big rabbit hole of nutcrackers this year.
Is your tree have colored lights? Are you going to put colored lights?
There's 11 different options.
Okay, mine's not that crazy. Mine
That's
only
a fancy
does white.
tree.
Well, I figured the kids would like color. Listen, Sam's Club is where it's at. I got a 9-foot tree for 11 different color settings.
10 years. So you need it to last through all the trends.
Do you have it up?
No.
Oh,
it's not
9 foot. Are your ceilings that high?
In the
living room, the ceiling gets higher.
The ceiling goes up. Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought.
So I was like, let me get a 12-foot tree because now that I have a spot that I can put a taller tree. And then Joe measured the wall, and I was like, oh no, we don't need that high. And
yeah, you need enough room to have to be able to put whatever you want at the top too.
Yeah,
like your star or your.
Yeah,
I have a bow.
So get your bougie trees going, or just go with it.
I'm obsessed with my tree. I really am. It'll be a while before I change it up again. I'm excited. I love it. The tinsel just makes it sparkle all over.
Hey, whatever makes you happy.
And then I let Summer try to hang one ornament. And I have mostly plastic ornaments. The one she picks is glass, and she dropped it, and it shattered all over the floor.
Oh.
Yeah, I didn't care about it, though. But I was just like, of course.
Yeah.
Well, we give the kids get an ornament every year. It's usually whatever their birthday theme was. But I put those up because I'm like, we can't replace those. But the other ones I let them do. And then I go back a little bit later, maybe space them out better.
Yeah. Well, I got Summer her own little tree thinking that would be good. But she was very upset that it was so little and tiny. And she wanted a bigger tree. And then she was trying to hang my big ornaments on her little tree. It was rough.
Is it in her room?
No, it's just down here. But I have my outdoor lights too. I put up. You got to get going on that, Jenna. If you're going to put outdoor lights up.
That's Joe's department. So we are going to go I was really originally upset because Joe was going to have to travel for work on Black Friday. And I was like, but Home Depot has nutcrackers, 6-foot nutcrackers that they're putting out on Black Friday. And I was like, how am I supposed to get my kids to 6 a.m. at Home Depot? Like, am I going to wake them up? Like, what is my plan? But his schedule changed and he'll be home now. So I have a feeling
we'll have nutcrackers. What time are you going to go?
I don't know. I can't even decide if I'm just going to send Joe. If we're all going to go.
Sure they're going to go at 6 a.m. at Home Depot? Do you call the store?
No.
How do you know they're doing it?
It's in the ad.
Oh, it is.
Yeah. Like some people have already gotten them. Like some of the managers have let them go early, but I'm going to be. So I have a feeling though, if Wyatt asks nice enough, Joe will just buy him whatever outdoor decoration he wants. Like there's a massive snow globe thing, like an inflatable that is at Sam's Club that Wyatt wants. It's like a snow globe with Santa and a chimney, and it's a whole thing. And Joe's like, well, just get that. Like, not a huge fan of the inflatables, but I don't care. Yeah.
Do you have room in your front yard to put one of those?
Yeah, because we're on the corner, so we have a big.
Yeah, you got room for everything.
We have good size space. Yeah, watch out. Coming in hot. We're going to go crazy.
If I were you, I would just get those lights that you put up and they stay up.
I do want those.
Just invest in those. Then you don't have to re-put them up every year. Although Joe would be the one doing it, so.
Yeah. No, I think I want those lights, but I think we'll ease into that ask. Joe's going to kill me one day.
Jen and I are going tubing on Saturday.
Sunday.
Yeah,
that'll be an adventure in itself. But like my kid that won't do a water slide is so excited about the
Be
Where else would you
prepared
go?
for a workout because you got to carry your tube all the way up to the top.
Oh no.
Well, they don't have an
And,
Like,
a.
how
kind
do
of
you
a
dress for
pain.
this?
Well, in the morning it'll be chilly, but then you're going to want to get rid of your jacket. It's going to get hot out.
We'll see how this goes.
They had some sort of belt that you could stand on and it would bring you up, but I feel like it broke or it kept breaking down last time.
Yeah.
I went 2 years ago, so maybe they've upped the process since then.
Yeah.
So we'll find out.
We'll test it out for everybody. We'll give you a full report.
Yeah, just let me know.
Hopefully it's better than the Taylor Swift silent disco.
Yeah, we'll let you know. They'll definitely need coats and gloves for the snow, inside the snow globe experience thing.
Thanks for joining us on another episode of Between Carlines. We hope you got a few good laughs, and we hope you will join us again. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Between Carlines is hosted by Miss Christy, Miss Christina, and Miss Jenna. Music by Lindsay Henderson. Edited and produced by Miss Christina. Don't forget to subscribe and check back next week for an all-new episode. Thanks for listening.
Why? Oh, she's dead! She's dead! Look what you made me do! Look what you made me do!